Love that.
Isn't that fun?
It is so much fun.
Oh, yeah. Bernadette Quist, who wrote it and produced it for us, is just, I think she just nailed it.
She did. Very talented.
Yeah.
Very well done.
And anyways, it's just got fun energy, which is what we're wanting with Good Fat Life, right?
Yes.
So I'm so excited to introduce my guest today, Charlene Bush. She's a marketing director at 2 Men in a Truck. And you might be wondering, well, what does 2 Men in a Truck have to do with Good Fat Life? And I will say many things. Right?
Thank you. Yes.
So, yes, many things. And so just before we get started, I just want to point out we've got our latest issue is at goodfatlife.com. You can get it in print or you can get it digital. And there's lots of really fun, cool things going on. So check us out. So that said, Charlene, welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
So, well, let's just start with the reason that we're here is to talk about this amazing event, mission, what would you call it?
We call it a campaign.
That 2 Men in a Truck does every year. So tell us about it.
Well, Movers for Moms is the campaign, and it is a national campaign because 2 Men in a Truck is a national company. So leading up to Mother's Day, this is something that every 2 Men in a Truck franchise participates in. And so the premise is we were founded by Mary Ellen Sheets, female, and she started giving away to charities from her first fruitful year in business. And so what we do is we partner with a local shelter in our area that supports women. And so La Casa has always been my partner. I dearly love them. I love their mission. I love the work that they do. And they have a beautiful new facility in Howell off of Thule Road, which if you haven't been, I highly suggest
haven't been. I've been hearing about it.
It is amazing. They now even accept pets. So if you find yourself in a difficult season of life and you need to leave your home, you can now bring your pet with you.
Because I understand that can be part of the decision-making process, right?
Yes.
Like we were just talking,
Yes.
It's so hard to leave your pets.
It is so hard to leave your pet. And so now that barrier is no longer a barrier, which I think is amazing.
Wow.
So what we do is we collect essential care items and now pet care items and even diapers and wipes for the children, individually wrapped snacks. Essential care items would be like shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant, slippers, women's underwear. If you think of the things that you need every day to just survive, you don't always get a chance to pack those things and take them with you when you leave. So those are the items that we are collecting. And so again, we do this leading up to Mother's Day. And then we collect all the items, and the day after Mother's Day, on that Monday, which I think this year is May 13th, we will arrive at La Casa with everything that we have collected and then present those items to the women who are being supported by them.
There. Mm-hmm. Wow. So how long have you been doing this?
This is our 17th year as a company.
Okay.
But I have been with 2 Men in a Truck in this position for 11 years. So me personally, I've been doing it for 11 years.
For 11 years. So what, I don't know, just tell us more about La Casa.
I just want to hug them when I think about Babette Schramm is just so passionate and her whole team. But basically what they do is they provide services for anyone who is a victim of domestic or sexual assault or abuse. And so many services do they provide. And then there's the La Casa collection. So when women come to the shelter, they have an opportunity to go and pick out items to wear at this store, which I think is absolutely wonderful. They have some things that they know are going to be theirs, but they have counselors on staff, just so many different services that they provide just to support women who are really and truly in a difficult season of life, and often their children too.
Right. So, and I was, as you were talking, I was just thinking there's a few women that we know that have gone through services like that and are living amazing lives now, right?
Yes.
But they were able to do that because there were services like that available to them.
Support. We all need support sometimes, just to know that somebody's got our back, that if there's anything that we need, there's a place that we can go and there's people that we can ask, and they, during the most difficult time in our life, somebody's got us.
Right. That's a big deal. Well, and I was thinking about Mother's Day.
Yes.
Right? And we were talking about it's almost like, I don't want to say an excuse. One thing I love about holidays and birthdays and, is that they remind us, they almost force us to stop.
Yes.
Right? It's like, stop what you're doing right now and pay attention to this. And it's not that Mother's Day should not be celebrated every day, right?
Okay, I do kind of like that.
because we know what it takes to be a mother.
Right.
And all that goes with that. So yes, it should be celebrated every day, but we'll get this one day. But it's not, but the needs are ongoing.
Yes.
Right. So the women there, while it's amazing that they're going to get a special recognition on the Monday after Mother's Day as a mother for Mother's Day, they're still, it's still just a good reminder. It's like, oh, they need things all year round.
They do.
And I love that that you're doing this and I don't want to say forcing, that's not the right word, encouraging the conversation around it, because we get busy.
We do.
And we forget, and it's like out of sight is out of mind until you stop and say, hey.
And it feels good to give back, I think. I know when, some of our guys will get to go with me when I pick up all of these boxes and then when we deliver to La Casa. And, I see the looks on their faces. I even had one of our guys say to me, hey, when are you doing that drop off? Can I be on that? Because they get to see some of a different side of Two Men in a Truck and just what we do to support the community. And they feel good. Like they get a minute to think about, I'm making a difference here.
Right.
And I just think that, having these reminders is so important, for all of us. We all get busy, but when you have an opportunity to get out and really give back, it feels good.
It does. And there's, the people, we want to be seen, heard, and felt.
Yes.
Right? And so for both sides, so for the givers, have the opportunity to gift, and for the receivers have the opportunity to receive. You need both.
You do.
And
it's a balance.
It is. And I love that, 2 Men in a Truck, I think I've told you, they were my account when I worked for Freightliner or for Sterling.
I know. I love that.
I know. And it's just kind of like, I love the story. And I would go to their vendor shows, their trade show where the dealers would come in every year. That was my job to do. And I always just found the company so inspiring, and the way it started, right? So
such a cool story.
So why don't you just, for people who don't know, give us the 1-minute version of how it started.
1-minute version. John and Briggs Sorber were college kids, and they had an old pickup truck, and so they were picking up junk for people just to earn. So I hear from the story, beer money.
Okay. Well.
in between, college days. And so when they stopped to go back to school, the phone kept ringing, and Marielle and their mom said, well, do you guys mind if I keep this going? So she bought her first box truck. It didn't have a lift gate. It didn't have a ramp. It had nothing. So these guys are muscling this furniture up and into this truck.
Oh my gosh.
But she hired 2 guys, and that's how it started. And then she had a friend who had a business and said to her, I'm going to franchise my business. Why don't you do the same? She's like, well, I don't know how many people need the service, but okay. And the rest is history. Like, she drew our logo. She drew that on a napkin, so the story goes. And that's been our logo ever since. Like, I think when this started, nobody had any idea in that family where we would end up. But just, it is such an incredible story and such an incredible family as well.
And the story is just, it's a wonderful, wonderful story. It's the story of Cinderella.
It
right?
really is, right?
And it's so true. I mean, like with Good Fat Life, we love to talk to people that are doing amazing things.
Yes.
Right? And so many people doing amazing things didn't have a clue of what they were stepping into when they stepped into it. They just saw a gap, filled a need, and one thing led to the next. And there's something really magic about that. Even La Casa,
Yes.
their story is similar in that respect too. They saw a need and they stepped into it. And I saw a list of, was it a presentation and hearing Babette speak, and the services that they provide now have just exploded. There's so many areas that they've been able to grow into and expand to support and serve their clients in amazing ways. So that's with 2 men in a truck, but the fact that they were, women, heart-centered, and so that this would be their campaign.
Yes.
Is congruent.
And we don't want moms to feel forgotten on Mother's Day, especially if you consider what they're going through. And so any little thing that we can do to just let them know you're still a mom and the role that you play is so impactful, especially if you have children behind you. When we come through those dark seasons, our children are watching us and they're looking at, what do I do if I face something difficult? And so these courageous women that are trying to do better and be better for their kids, how can you not want to just jump out and do everything that you can for that?
Love on them. Love them up, as one of my friends likes to say. Yes,
I love
exactly.
that. Yeah, and that's truly it. Yes. Yeah. How can we love on you?
Yeah.
Slippers, just the things that you need each and every day. It makes such a difference. Just the little things make such a difference.
And knowing that there's people behind you that care.
Yes.
And you're not alone. Even though you might feel alone, you're not alone.
It gives you hope.
Right. Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And we are so grateful to be able to support you in any way that we can. And that said, so how do people that want to donate, what do they do?
Well, if people would like to donate, the items we're looking for, again, are personal care items, cleaning products, individually wrapped snacks, juice boxes, pet food, kitty litter, things like that. And so they can drop items off. We have community collection partners out in the community that have 2 Men in a Truck boxes in their business. Okay. And so I'm going to give a special shout out to those folks. But the Livingston County Habitat for Humanity, Hidden Springs Church in Howell, Shaka Cafe in Howell, the Heartland Area Chamber of Commerce, the State Bank in Brighton, Rooted Chiropractic in Howell, and then, of course, our office in Howell, too. We're off of Victory Drive. But we all have boxes. People can stop in, or you can message our Facebook page, 2 Men in a Truck Brighton. And if you've got items that you would like to donate, certainly send me a message, and I would be happy to make arrangements if I need to come and pick things up, too.
Okay. All right. And then also, but if you don't live in the Brighton area, if you live in Oregon, right, you can check out your local 2 Men in a Truck there and find where their collection boxes are.
Correct. Right? So we have on our website, 2meninatruck.com backslash, not enough coffee this morning, Movers for Moms.
Okay.
And so you can find for any 2 Men in a Truck franchise, you can find your nearest location and then find out who their collection partner is.
Okay. All right. I love that. You're all over the country. Okay. Well, this is heartwarming, and it's great for so many reasons, right? And I'm excited. My brains are going like, oh, what can I add to that would, help be a little, we like to call them wonders at Good Fat Life. What are some wonders that we can provide to the moms about do you have a sense of how many moms will be receiving this year?
So from what I understand right now, they have capacity for up to 58 people, and I believe they're full.
Oh my gosh.
So those are not all women. There are children and families together, but that's, moving into this new facility, I think has doubled their capacity. And so from my understanding, they're full.
That's a lot of people.
It is a lot of people.
But I'm so good they're getting this support. So that said, I want to just take a little minute and do a shout out to our sponsor.
Perfect.
It's Snedicor's Cleaners. And if you're not familiar with them, they are phenomenal. They show up in your driveway, and they have yellow bags. You put your items. It's either dry cleaning or laundry in your bag, and it comes back on hangers all ready to go, or boxes, in like 3 days.
I did not know that they did like pickup and delivery service.
That's all they do now.
Really?
They have a plant in Howell, and they're all 100% pickup and delivery. And the thing that there's many things I love about them, but one of them is my clothes, because of their cleaning processes, it's so earth friendly. It's actually a form of sand, that your items come back healthier, if you will, than when they left. Because
that's incredible.
I know, and it's so environmentally friendly, and it brings. We're big on self-care, and for me to know that I have clean, ready to go clothes in my closet is huge. It's like it's not, because lots of times it's just stuff comes up, or you have a special event, or like a rise and shine.
Yes.
It's like, what am I going to wear? And it's like, I don't have to worry, because I know there's going to be something ready to go in my closet that's going to work.
I am so glad that you gave a shout out to your sponsor, because now I've learned something that I didn't know, and I will be calling them.
Well, good. So Snedicor's cleaners, so great.
Perfect.
Good deal. So again, thank you so much for our Good Fat Life community, and please check out Movers for Moms and make some wonder gatherings that you can donate that let moms have an amazing Mother's Day.
Thank you so much, Sherry. I appreciate it. It's always so much fun to come in and talk with you.
See, right back at you. Okay. Be well. Bye.